For latest astrology videos, subscribe AstroEdify channel and press this bell icon to get notified when a new video goes live. Hello everybody, welcome to AstroEdify. Today we are going to talk about what happens when Jupiter is in the sign of Taurus in anybody's horoscope. So let's start this video. If you want to book a consultation for yourself, you can go on this website. The link is given in the description. So today we are going to discuss about Jupiter in Taurus. So first of all, let's know that what is Jupiter and what it signifies, what it represents. See, Jupiter is considered as the second most important planet in astrology after Moon. And the simple reason behind this is that Jupiter is the natural significator of many aspects of our life. So it is the natural significator for knowledge, wisdom, teachers, money and wealth, children, education, your bhagya and fortune, dharma means duty and religion. It is it also, in case of females, it is the natural significator of husband. It shows and controls the marriage. So Jupiter is, you can see that why Jupiter is becoming too much important, because it is controlling and signifying a lot of areas in our lives. Also, Jupiter shows spirituality and philosophy. Jupiter is the natural significator for management. And if we talk about the bodily structure, so Jupiter controls fat, it controls liver, spleen and lymphatic system. So this is the major reason that why Jupiter is considered as the second most important planet. And I have made a detailed video on this. You can go on this link here in the card section. There you can see that what is the actual importance of Jupiter, why it is considered so important in astrology, and I have explained in too much detail there. You can watch that video. And now let's talk about what is Taurus. See, Taurus is a zodiac sign of the second house, natural zodiac sign of the second house, and it is ruled by Venus. So Taurus is a earthy sign, and hence Taurus represents materialism totally. It is the most materialistic sign among all the 12 zodiac signs. So all the aspects of materialism, whether it is money, wealth, social relationships, personal relationships, fame, public image, status, or luxuries or pleasures, all these things are in the domain of Taurus. They are symbolized by Taurus because it is what is the materialistic aspect of our lives. Okay, so, and since it is also the zodiac sign of the second house, so it directly controls money and finances and wealth. This is also another reason. Venus is the lord of this, so it is also a zodiac sign which represents creativity. And second house is the house of speech and voice. So speech, food intake, your voice is also seen through Taurus. And it is the zodiac sign which controls your food intake. So food industry in fact is seen through Taurus. So these are many things which are symbolized by Taurus, which Taurus represents. Now let's talk about that what happens when Jupiter is placed in the zodiac sign. First of all, Jupiter here is in the sign, is in an enemy sign. Venus and Jupiter are enemies to each other. So first of all, here what happens that Jupiter is a natural significator of knowledge and wisdom. So it is, its main result is that it is going to give you the knowledge. It is going to give you the knowledge of the particular thing depending upon the zodiac sign where it is placed. So here, since it is placed in a most materialistic sign, it is going to give the knowledge of materialism. It is going to provide the practicality in material world, okay, not in spiritual world. So material practicality is seen in the nature. So knowledge of materialism and material practicality. By materialism, I mean every aspect which is material in nature, whether it is related to money, finances, wealth, relationships. Relationships could be of any type. Each and every relationship is material except the relationship which we consider specifically in astrology, the spiritual relationship between the person and his creator. So apart from that, and again, fame, luxuries, pleasures, any sort of things which give us happiness, material happiness, is seen through is seen through Taurus and is coming under the domain of materialism. So when Jupiter is sitting here, it is going to give you deep interest as well as knowledge about all these things, and that depends on other planetary aspects and combinations also. So what sort of materialistic aspect? That is seen through other planets, but Jupiter's main work is to give you the knowledge related to material world. Also, it makes person driven towards wealth accumulation, because Jupiter is also, I said, it is the natural significator of wealth, it is the natural significator of finances. Taurus also represents the same thing. So if Jupiter is well placed here and it is getting the support of Venus, it is going to make the person driven towards wealth accumulation, hoard as much as wealth as possible, earn as much as money as possible in your life. Okay, next thing here is that this is a very good placement for material progress in life. So it is considered a very well placed position of Jupiter for any sort of materialistic progress. So whether it is in your career, whether it is in terms of financial aspect, so in both the areas it is a very positive situation for giving material progress in life. But you must check the placement of Venus. That is extremely important, because Jupiter is dependent on Venus here. Since Jupiter is sitting in an enemy sign here, so you need to check the position of Venus. If it is also well placed, then this will be a very beautiful situation, and both of them will always give positive results in order to move ahead in material life. Okay, progress in material life. Let's say Venus and Jupiter are having Parivartan Yoga, means Jupiter is sitting in the sign of Taurus and Venus is sitting exalted in Pisces. So this is a good situation. Until and unless they are not heavily afflicted, this is a very favorable situation specifically for material progress in life. Okay, now apart from this, if other strong dhan yogas, means wealth giving yogas, are there in the chart and Venus is well placed, then this is a very strong placement considered for financial progress in life. Okay, it is considered for it gives good financial stability first of all throughout the life, and at the same time makes person quite wealthy. Okay, brings a lot of wealth. But you must check the other combinations in the horoscope. If they are there, then this will happen. Okay, depending upon their intensity, the intensity here will vary. So the stronger dhan yogas, the stronger positive placements of other planets in the horoscope, and this placement of Jupiter in Taurus along with well placed Venus, if it is there, then it is considered excellent position for good financial stability and wealth accumulation in life. Okay, next thing here is that it gives materialistic attachment also. Okay, because Jupiter here is going to expand the domain of material world. Jupiter's natural nature is to slowly and gradually expand the domain in which it is sitting. So here it is sitting in material domain, so Jupiter is going to slowly expand it. So here it is going to give materialistic attachment as well, and hence this is the major reason why this particular placement is inauspicious for spiritual progress. It creates a lot of hindrances in spiritual progress. So at one thing, on the one hand, it is very favorable for material progress in life, but at the same time it is not a good placement for spiritual progress in life. And it depends on the placement of moon also. If moon is in such a situation that it is also making person more materialistic in nature, then most of the time you will see the result that person will never care about spiritual progress also in life. His mind will never think about that particular thing in his whole life or her life. So that depends upon the placement of moon also, and specifically if influence of Rahu and Saturn is there, then this will be more in nature, that more driven towards total materialism, more attached towards material world. this particular result or trait in the personality will be seen. That depends on the moon also. Okay, but as I said, this particular placement is good for material progress in life depending on the placement of Venus, but bad for spiritual progress in life. Even though if other spiritual combinations, let's say, they are happening, then too this is the bad placement, because Jupiter is the natural significator for spiritual progress in life. Here it is not in such a position to give spiritual progress properly. It is good for material progress but not spiritual progress. So that particular thing, for that particular area, this placement of Jupiter is very inauspicious. Next thing is, second house is the house of speech, so it gives soft speech and gentle voice also. You need to see Mercury and second house also, and third house, second and third house together control communication, speech and voice. Okay, now there are certain areas for which it is very favorable. Jupiter in Taurus, they are finances, banking, stock market, any work which is associated with money, related to money, insurance, sales, marketing, accounting, economics, business management. These all things are very favorable for Jupiter in Taurus. You need to see other combinations also, because simple thing is that Jupiter is the natural significator for wealth, and same thing is represented by Taurus. Taurus also controls money and finances. So Jupiter also is the significator for what? Management, along with Mercury. So all these areas which are related with money, money handling, they are very favorable here to work in. Apart from this, it is a good placement for working in journalism or media, and favorable for acting, music. Specifically in music, we can see singers with this, because second house controls your voice. Jupiter is a positive planet. You need to see other combinations. So if other combinations are there, then this is a very good placement for singing, for specifically singing, and in general then music. Two horoscopes which I remember right now, Srimati Lata Mangeshkar ji, she has this placement of Jupiter in Taurus in her horoscope, and again one singer, Shri Kishore Kumar ji. Both of them are Indian singers, but they both are the legendary figures in Hindi music industry. So both of them had Taurus Jupiter, means Jupiter in Taurus in their horoscope. So you can see that for singing it is a very well placement. Apart from this, authors and poets can also be seen with this particular alignment. Now let's talk about what happens if Venus is not providing the support to Jupiter. Means Jupiter is already in an enemy sign, that I have already told you, and since Jupiter is totally dependent on Venus, if Venus, let's say, is badly placed, if it is debilitated, retrograde, not only retrograde but also at the same time it is afflicted by malefic planets in a heavy Papkartri yoga, in planetary war, or defeating in planetary war, it is getting combust, it is sitting in bad houses, bad signs, enemy signs. If that is the thing, then that is sure that Jupiter is not going to get any sort of support from Venus, and hence Jupiter is going to lose its strength. And at the same time, let's say Jupiter is also getting afflicted, then this will be a very bad situation. So now all the positive results which I have told you so far, now there will be certain negative traits also in the personality, and that depends. The negative traits or the intensity of the negative traits depend upon the intensity of the weakness of Venus and Jupiter. The more they are going to be afflicted and weak, the more negative traits are going to be there in the personality. Now what happens, what kind of negative traits can be seen here? First thing is that total surrender to materialism, and here what happens, that person sometimes even become a slave to his or her bodily desires and pleasures. There will be no control over your senses, because Jupiter is the natural significator for control over your senses. So Jupiter is not going to give any sort of control over the senses because it is weak. And specifically it happens if Rahu and Saturn are afflicting Venus and Jupiter. So this will be much more profound. Then you must see the placement of moon also, how moon is placed. Moon is your mind, moon is your thinking. So you must see the placement of moon as well. If moon is also in such a position, then this will be a characteristic result here, that total surrender to materialism and become a slave to bodily desires and pleasures. Okay. And apart from this, person can do anything to attain wealth, to earn money, can do anything. It doesn't matter whether he or she is doing the right thing or wrong thing. It doesn't matter to him or her. That is the problem here. And specifically, you must see the placement of moon here, because moon will give you that sort of thinking, will give you that sort of thought process, that yes, you will whether you are going to go on the right path or wrong path. So moon plays a very vital role there. So you need to see the moon. And specifically, this is much more profound if Rahu's influence is there. Saturn and Rahu create a lot of problems and give negative, much more increase the negative influence if they are afflicting Jupiter here, and Venus is not supporting. So person can do anything to achieve wealth, to attain wealth. And we can see money laundering and tax evasion with this particular placement. People associated with this field also, like money laundering, tax evasion, or money scams, any sort of things related to money, a mishandling of money can be seen. Savings will be very poor, because Taurus is the zodiac sign which controls your savings. So Jupiter here brings the wealth, but saving will be affected. So even if the money is coming, income inflow is there, but savings will be very poor. There will be no accumulated wealth, no hoarded wealth, and financial instability will come. Specifically, let's say if a person is following the negative paths and doing illegal things in order to attain wealth, definitely this will happen at one point of time in his or her life, that all the money will go away. Means total financial crisis will come. This happens most of the time, what I have seen so far, that if Rahu and Saturn are creating that much negative influence, this will be the result which will happen. So as I said, that at one point of time where Jupiter and Venus were well placed, they were giving abundant wealth in life, but at the same time, if they are afflicted, they will give certain amount of income inflow. Even sometimes it is a good income inflow, but if it is through what you can say illegal means, or through any sort of wrong paths, savings will not be there, and at one point of time financial crisis will come. That happens most of the time. Also, it corrupts the food intake of the person. So we can say addictions with this. We can see addictions related to like alcohol or smoking, or drug addiction can be seen with this. So you are corrupting your food intake in order to get the addiction. So this also can be seen. You need to see Rahu placement for that. And for females, it will create lot of problems in marital life also, because Jupiter controls the marriage in females. If Venus is also badly placed, then this will be a case in males also, that marital life will be disturbed. And it also gives poor relationship with children. Two things can be seen: either the relationship will be bad with the child, or there will be difficulty in having the childbirth. So that depends on how the combinations are happening in the chart. So we have seen the two varied aspects where Jupiter is functioning positively, how it is going to give results then. And if it is losing all the power and no support from Venus is there, Venus is also badly placed, then what happens? We have seen both the cases. So I think that now you have understood well that how Jupiter functions when it is in the sign of Taurus. So if you are new to my channel, subscribe below for more. Check on my website and Facebook page. Otherwise, we will meet in the next video. Till then, goodbye and thank you.